Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Joe, and this is my Craps Master Dice Shooting Journey. Let's make it yours too. Today is episode number 176 of the Level Up program, day number 17 of the Brown Belt level. If you're playing along with Crapsee today, the code is Z5G2M3. And if you are new to the Level Up program, this is all about learning how to shoot the dice and practice a trend-based betting system. As a follow-up for Crapsee, if you want to play along with Crapsee, from my understanding, without any problems, you need to make sure that you use a PC version. You go to crapsee.live on your internet, and it should come up and play decent. Make sure that you're not doing it on your phone or on a tablet through the internet version, through the .live version. I believe that is not working correctly. So you actually have to go on your computer to do it correctly. And that's what I have it set up this way today. So I'm going to try it myself and see if it works well that way. Good morning, Randall. We're going to continue on with the brown belt here, and a brown belt is all about variety. So today we're shooting from stick left 1 again, but we're going to be using a par style grip with a par style throw. Normally we use our Yuri grip, and for those of you who are new, a Yuri grip is when you actually grab the edges of the dice and you hold on to it that way. And let's see if we can get a good camera view here, like that. Today we're going to be using a par style grip where we're actually grabbing the tops faces of the dice, and we're going to be throwing it like this. Okay? So starting off with Crapsee, I'm going to start off with a $25 pass line bet. I'm going to go with a $5 craps check. We're going to go 5-5-5 on that ATS. And we're going to start off with a 3-2-3-6 dice set, which is our 3V dice set. Now we'll do 2 throws with that, then we're going to use George from CY's Matrix to figure out what our next throw will be. So let's call this all bet set, and we're going to go dice out. 3-2-3-6. And I'm reaching out a little bit further on the table here so I can keep a straighter arm. A little bit shorter in the landing zone, but we have a 5-6. Whoops, that was a 5. That was a 5-6 mid-mo yo. Get KPI engaged there. 5-6. And that is a pass line winner on the come out. 5-6. So this is a little bit different for me to do. Everything's set up this way. Everything's a little bit different than what I normally have it. So 5-6, that would be a single pitch of the dice. Actually, it's a double pitch of the dice. So we've got 3-2, 3-6 for a dice set. So remember, single pitch. Good morning, Navaldo. And again, we're going to stick with that $25 pass line bet. We won $20 off of that. And we're going to go with the $5 craps check. So we profited $20 off of that. And we're going to go again with the 3-2-3-6 dice set. So all bet set. This will be our second one. The first throw was a double pitch. So we'll have to remember that. Dice out. And we got a 5-1 mixer. So our first point will be a 6. And again, this is going to be a single pitch of the dice. So let's go 5-1. And a single pitch, or we had a double pitch on the left side there, and then a secondary on the top there. So we're going to go with a V set. So we're sticking with that V set. So it's going to be 3-2-3-6. So remember, primary was our last one. We're going to go with 220 inside bet level. And that's going to be $50 on the 5 and 9. We're going to go 60 on that 8. And we're going to go $35 on pass line odds. We'll call that all bet set and dice out. And after this first shooter, we'll go through some of the stuff that happened last night on YouTube from what I can remember watching. And the dice crossed over. We got a 6-1-7. Ouch. So it was a short roll. And on the dice, let's get this entered in on Crapsee. And on the dice, that 6 was a explosion of the dice, of the left die. And it was double pitch of the right one. So we have 1 dice off axis. So we have a secondary and 1 dice off axis. So let's see what we got for that. So a secondary on the left, 1 dice off axis on the end there on the top. We go to the hardway set. So our hardway set's gonna be our 5-4-5-4 hardway. And since this is a short shooter, we're gonna go 1 more shooter and then we'll go into some of the stuff that I saw last night on YouTube as far as the craps community is concerned. So $25 pass line bet, $5 crap check, 555 on the ATS. We have Dustin, one good morning. We have SJ, good morning, and we have Jeff, good morning. And it seems to be working, Jeff. So thank you for the setup, or help me set that up. Good morning, Frida. Today was the first day I actually had a scheduled YouTube live go the way it was supposed to. Jeff actually sat down with me on the phone for a few minutes yesterday and talked me through it. I've scheduled my YouTube lives in the past, but just could not get it to go live the day of. I knew how to do the scheduling, but could not get it to go live the day of. So far it seems to be working. Everybody's in the chat, and no one said that it's not working, so that's a good sign. And we've got 10 people watching right now on YouTube. We have 6 likes so far, so that's a good sign. And in Crapsee, I have no clue how many people are actually playing. So let's go all bet set and dice out. We're using our hardware set. Remember, our last one was a secondary throw, which is a single pitch. Here we go. And we have a 4-6. That would be the Waylon's best friend weighing it in, that 4-6-10, Daddy Joe. And again, we had a 1 dice off axis and then another 1 dice off axis. So we stick with that hardway set. So we're going to stick with the hardway set. We're going to enter that in at Crapsee as a 4-6. So it'll be our new point. And then we're going to go with the 220 inside bet level. And good morning, Beth. So we are, like I said, 220 inside bet level, so it's going to be 50 on the 5 and 9. We have 60 on that 6 and 8. We're going to stick with the hardway set, which is the 5-4-5-4 hardway set. And we're going to call this all bets set. Dice out. And we have magic aces. 1-1-2. So that is going to be both dice off axis. We have an implode and an explode. So let's enter it on KPI. Let's go over to our screen. We have 1 dice off axis on the left side. We have 1 implode explode on the top side. So that's going to be going to kissing sets next. Our kissing set is going to be the 4-2-2-6. Get this entered in on Crapsee. That's going to help us a little bit with that ATS. It does nothing for our box hits. Good morning, Marvel Fork. You got notified. That's awesome. I'm glad that part worked as well. Okay, Frida's asking me if I can explain what off axis means. And let's go over to our dice camera really quick. Let's see if I can get that to show you guys. So the easiest way to see if it's off axis is with that 5454 hardware set, which is our hardware set. So 5454. Off axis just means that one dice goes either implodes, goes in, or it explodes. That's off axis. An axis throw would be the 5, the 4, the 2, the 3. So for example, we just threw a 1-1, which is actually a drift. It's not one dice off axis input explode. It was actually a drift. And what happens is both of the dice went off axis for that 1-1 magic aces. Sometimes you'll see me throw it and it'll come up with a 4 and a 6, which is what our point is. That would be one dice off axis. So hopefully that explains for you, Frida. And that's a great question because this program is all about trying to teach how to shoot the dice and try to learn those types of things. So hopefully that explains it for you. So again, we're going to go with, actually we got to go back and look because we had a, I call it as one dice implode explode, but it was actually a drift that we had. So we had a drift and a one dice off axis. So we have got a hardware set. So we're sticking with that hardware set. So, and we're going to call that all bets set on Crapsee. Not a problem, Frida. This is, like I said, this is what this program is all about, is trying to teach not only myself how to throw the dice and how to read the dice and all that, but also to teach all of you guys. And I cannot express how often I've actually had a lot of my viewers teach me things as we go along on this journey. And that's what this is all about, is the journey for all of us. So 5454, dice out. And that was a terrible throw. Landed really short and it rolled in and we got a 6-1-7. Ouch. So it's again both dice off axis. And that would be an implode and explode on that one. So we went from a drift on the left side there to one dice, or both dice implode explode. So we're gonna go back to our V sets. So again, guys, the power style grip is not something that I have a lot of experience in using. I usually use the Yuri grip, and I can tell you right now, my release of the dice are not normal. It's almost like they're dead dropping and they're not spinning back like they should be. And this is really throwing my statistics off for the throwing so far. I was talking to Jeff yesterday about how well I was doing with my statistics so far in the brown belt. Let's look at that really quick and see where we're at with our brown belt level so far. So I have recorded sessions 5 through 16 in Excel. I'm not using the bone tracker for this brown belt level. So that's 445 throws so far. Remember, that's gonna be our stick left 1 Yuri throw, stick left 1 power style throw, our stick left 1 Yuri dribble, and then our stick right 1. So all these numbers are thrown in there. So far we have a SOR of 11.41 and an SRR of 8.5, and that's for 445 throws so far. So that's pretty good statistics going forward. I can tell you right now, our throwing today is not going to help us with those statistics. So we're going to go 3-2-3-6 again. And our bets on Crapsee, we are coming out. So we have a $25 pass line bet, $5 craps check, 555 on the ATS. We're going to call that all bets set. So Biff is saying, just to add confusion, I have heard some YouTubers refer to the double pitch where one of the dice turns forward 2 sides as an off-axis shot. That is not an off-axis shot. That is an on-axis shot. That is a double pitch. Off-axis means that they either implode or explode. I know that's George from CY termed the implode explode, but I have also adopted that terminology as well. So off-axis means that you go off of one of the 4 faces of the dice. So 3, 2, 3, 6, and dice out. And we have a 2, 6, Duracell 8. Go out and support free live craps. That is his latest mantra that he's throwing out. So 8 will be our point. And that's going to be a primary hit. So a primary hit means that both of the dice stayed on axis and they stayed on the same faces as what they would have is what they're throwing. So for this example, we had a 3, 2, 3, 6 when we started. The 2 and the 6 were on the front and they stayed primary. So what we went from is we went from an implode explode to a primary hit. So we're sticking with that V set. So let's enter in as a 2, 6, 8 on Crapsee. So hopefully this information is helping everybody as we go forward here. Again, we're going to go with that 220 inside bet level. And so far we have not lasted long enough in order to regress our bets. So that is our main goal, is to regress our bets. We're going to go with $50 on a 5 and $9.60 on that 6. We're going to go $35 in pass line odds. Again, 3, 2, 3, 6. So this is last one was a primary hit, 3, 2, 3, 6. And we're going to go all bet set. Dice out. So let's see if we can get past this dreaded beginning here. And the dice crossed after they landed, but we have a 1, 4, 5. That would be the horse and buggy. Whoops, it rolled, guys. That was a 4. Let's get that back to the 4. There we go. 1, 4, 5, horse and buggy. So that is going to be a primary, and then we went to a 1 dice off axis. So let's look at our results really quick. So we went for primary on the left side, 1 dice off axis on the top. So we go back to the hard way set, which will be our 5, 4, 5, 4. We're going to enter in 1, 4, 5 into Crapsee. And guys, we finally got a hit. Wow. So that's going to be good because we can actually regress down a little bit now. So we're going to bring our bets down and we're going to go to 154 inside bet level. And that's going to be 35 on a 5 and 9, 42 on that 6. And we're going to pick up $15 in pass line odds. So again, we're going to go with 3, 2, 3. I'm sorry, we're going with the hard way set now because we had 1 dice off axis. So 5, 4, 5, 4. So, and all bet set here. So Cliff says that in a way it sounds logical because the hard way set, the double pitch is a 7 out. It's a 7, not necessarily 7 out, but it is a 7. I would think of a 7 as an off axis, and that is actually incorrect in that. So good morning, Duracell. So 5, 4, 5, 4 hard way set. This is going to be roll number 3. So let's get past 3 here. This has been a slow start today so far. And we have a 2, 3, 5. So we got past the 3. That's awesome. 2, 3, 5, no fill 5. And that is going to be a single pitch of the dice. And what we had last time was a, what did we have last time? We had one dice off axis, and we have a single pitch, which is a secondary. So we're going to stick with that hardware set. So let's enter in 235 on Crapsee. And that was the second time we hit something here on our bets. So we're going to actually bring our bets down. We're going to go to 66 inside, and we'll be into profit definitely for this shooter. So let's bring our bets down. We'll go 66 inside bet level. Let's pick up the 10 and the 4 for $15 each. So we actually have 114 brought back to the rack. We have 118 on the table. So we're still into the shooter for only $4. So I can actually like that, I guess. So I'm going to stick with that hardware set here, 5454. So people will call the drift an off-axis throw, and the drift is an off-axis throw. So because both of the dice went off axis on a drift of the dice. So 5454, all bets set. And dice out. And the last one was a 2-3, which is a single pitch. And we have a 5, 6, 4, 10. That would be Waylon's best friend Wayne at N, Daddy Joe. So that is one dice off axis. So we went from a single pitch to one dice off axis. So secondary is considered a single pitch here. One dice off axis is a hardware set. So we're sticking with that hardware set. We'll enter in 6-4 on Crapsee. And that's going to allow us to press that 10 up to $25, and we'll make that a buy bet then. So let's go $25 buy bet on the 10. And now we definitely are in the profit on this shooter. 5454 is the hardware set that we're going to be using. And we'll call that a bet set. So not a problem, Frida. Anybody in the chat, anybody watching on YouTube live here, make sure you ask if you have questions. If I don't know the answer, I will be completely honest with you, and I will explain that I don't know it, and maybe somebody in the chat may know it, or I will go out and search the answer and try to find the answer for you for maybe the next live that we go live with. So 5454, hardware set, dice out. The dice crossed at the end again. We got a 617, ouch. So not having too much success here, guys. If we keep on doing this with this par style grip, I will probably, that's one dice, or both dice off axis, input, explode on that one. So we went from a one die off to input, explode, so we go to a kissing set next. But if I keep on throwing like this, we'll go through one more shooter, and if we don't have any success, I'm going to probably go back to my regular Yuri grip style for the day, because honestly, guys, I am going to Chicago area next week, Monday, and I'm really want to get practicing on that. So I really want to make sure that I'm ready to go for next week, Monday. So this will be our last shooter with this par style grip if it's not successful, and then we'll switch over. If we are successful, we're going to stick with that par style grip because we really do need to practice it, but I could find better timing probably to come up with the practice. So again, we had an import export in that last one, so we're going to go with our kissing set 4224, and let's call this all dice set. Durso's asking, what metric am I using to analyze my results after switching the sets so much? Okay, Durso, if you would have watched a few seconds ago, or a few minutes ago, I just showed you what I'm doing here, and I'll show you guys one more time. I'm actually recording all of my throws on Excel. And all I'm doing right now, guys, remember the brown belt is all about variety. We're trying different things with brown belt, different sets. We're using different throwing positions. We're using different grips. Everything about brown belt is a variety. And remember, our brown belts can be at least 120 sessions long. So this is the results that I have so far on the brown belt level. And if you guys look across the top there, it shows you my SOR average, it shows you my SRR average, and that's a combination of all the different throws. So hopefully that helps explain things. I know it's not as detailed as Bone Tracker, but for the brown belt level, guys, this again is learning different things. The next level, we probably will be going back to Bone Tracker. We'll be analyzing different things in Bone Tracker. We'll be using more consistent sets in the next belt level. But for now, with brown belt level, like I said, this is all about variety. So 4224 kissing set is what we're using now. We'll call this all bet set and dice out. And the dice crossed after they landed, we have a 2-2. That would be the heart 4, so 4 will be our point. And that would be a single pitch of the dice. So we went from, shoot, I don't even remember what we had. So we have a single pitch on the dice right now. And the last one was, before that was both dice off axis. So we went from both dice off axis, implode, explode, to a secondary. So we're going back to our V set. And that's going to be our 3-2-3-6. And for Crapsee, we have a 2-2. We're going to go to 220 inside bet level. So hopefully that made sense there. So Duracell's wondering what I'm doing to analyze the results of my dice throws. And what we're doing is we're just, for now, we're using the George from CY Matrix, which looks at the last 2 throws that we do. And it gives you a suggestion of what your next set should be based off of how those last 2 throws went, assuming that you're using good mechanics and the dice are going down the table the way they should be. So we're just kind of experimenting with that. We have a couple different methods that we're going to be using during the brown belt level to determine what dice sets we'll be using going forward. But for the current moment, we're using the George from CY Matrix. And again, like I said, down the road, we will be changing the different ways of adjusting the dice sets as you go forward. So we got all bets set here, 220 inside bet level, and we'll go 3-2-3-6. My focus is off a little bit, so I can't remember what I was supposed to be using. So we're gonna start over again with the 3-2-3-6 and start redoing our tracking. And we have a 2-1-3. That would be an Alfredo sauce, ace deuce. So 2-1-3. And that would be a single pitch of the dice. And that does nothing for our bets. It does help pick up something on the ATS though. So we're going to stay with the same bets. We're going to stay with the same dice set here. 3-2-3-6. And we got all bets set. Dice out. So remember, the last one was a single pitch or a secondary hit. And the dice crossed again after they landed, guys, and we have that 3-4-7. So we're going to be getting rid of this par style grip right now, guys, and we're going to go back to our Yuri grip. Simply because I want to start practicing for my Chicago trip, and hopefully we'll get better results as a result of throwing it our normal way. So, okay. Sorry for those of you playing Crapsee. If you need a rebuy, I'm not sure if I can do that or not. I know today has been a very consistent losing day so far, so hopefully we will change that around now that we'll go with our other grip. So 3-2-3-6, Go back to our Uri grip. We're going to go with $25 pass line bet. We're going to go with $5 craps check and 555 on the ATS. And we'll call it all bet set. And dice out. 3236. And this is our Uri grip now. So this should be a little bit better throwing, a little bit more comfortable of a throw. And let's see if we can make some progress. Dice cross after they landed, but we have a 6-3-9. That would be the center field 9. So 9 will be our point. And that's going to be 1 dice off axis. So remember that for when we get going here. 1 dice off axis, 6-3-9. We're going to go to 220 inside bet level. And we're going to go with, whoops, bring our bets down. I put the wrong one in there. And we're going to go with $35 in pass line odds. And sticking with the 3-2, 3-6. The last one was a 1 dice off axis, and we'll go all bet set. So Randall asked Jeff where he bought his craps layout. I'm guessing it was oh my God. I'm sure Jeff will answer. I bought my layout at the casinoforyou.com, which was a very good one. I know Jeff went to a different place. He had a special order. You can also special order yours at casinoforyou.com as well. And we have a 2-3-5. No field 5. So actually it's a 3-2. The 3 stayed on the left. So we went from 1 dice off axis to a single pitch. Actually, yeah, we want 1 dice off axis to a single pitch, which is a V set. So we're sticking with that V set next. So we got 3-2-5. It'll be our first hit for this shooter. And hopefully we can extend the roll now that we're using our normal grip, the V set I'm sorry, not V set, the Uri grip that we normally use. So we're going to bring our over bets down. We're going to go to 154 inside bet level. And that's going to be $35 on that 5, 42 in the 6 and 8. And we're going to pick up $15 in pass line odds. And we got 3-2, 3-6. And the 5, the 3-2-5. So that was a single pitch on that last one. So let's go all bet set. And dice out. 3-2, 3-6. Single pitch for the last throw. And here we go. Yeah, we got a 6-4-10. That'd be Waylon's best friend win it, and that left eye stuck, and it did not go any further. And that would be a 1 dice off axis. So we went from a single pitch or a secondary to 1 dice off axis. We're going to stick with the hardway set. So hardway set will be next. 6-4-10 for Crapsee. And we did not win anything off of that in our best, but that does help us with the ATS. So we're going to set the 5-4-5-4 hardway set. And we're going to call that all bet set. We've got 16 people watching on YouTube right now. We've got 3 people in Crapsee. And 11 likes so far. Thank you guys for doing all that. And all bet set. 5 for hardware set. The last one was a one dice off access. Dice cross after they landed, but we have a 2, 3, 5. That would be the no field 5. And that is a single pitch. So we went from a one dice off axis to a single pitch. So one die off axis. Secondary is sticking with the hard way set. So 2, 3, 5. We'll enter that into Crapsee. And that would be our second hit here. So we can actually come down to 66 inside bet level now. So we'll bring our bets down. We'll go to $15 on the 5, $18 on the 6 and 8, and let's go with $15 place 10, $15 place 4. So we have 114 brought back to the rack, 121 at a table. So we'll do one collect here. We're going to go with the hard way set, 5 for 5, 4, and the last one was a single pitch. And let's go all bet set. Dice out. So hopefully we can get more people coming back into Crapsee once they get all their problems solved in there. I have not seen any problems on the actual web version right now on Crapsee.live. Dice out. Hit the mixing bowl, guys, and we have the 4-5 Big Mac hard 9. So that would be the hard 9, and that is also our point. So we went from a single pitch to a single pitch as well again. So we should be sticking with that hard way set again. I believe we have a secondary and a secondary. Nope, we're going to go back to that V set. So we'll go single pitch and a V set. We got a 4-5 for Crapsee. And we're going to be coming out with a new shooter, our new, looking for a new point. So our box numbers turn off. We're going to drop that $25 pass line bet down to 15 now. And we're going to go up with a $3 craps check. And we're going to go to our 3V dice set, 3, 2, 3, 6. And we're going to call that all bets set. Here we go. Dice out. And hopefully you guys can see a difference now between the par style grip for me and the Yuri grip. The Yuri grip I feel a lot more comfortable. We actually are getting a little bit more length out of it compared to our first how many shooters. And we have a 2, 6, 8, the Duracell 8. So 8 will be our new point. Go out and support free live craps. Give those thumbs up to those channels and people that you think deserve it. And that was a primary hit. So we went from a single pitch to a primary. So let's look on the left. Single pitch is a secondary and a primary. So we're going to stick with that V set. So 3, 2, 3, 6. And that was ace primary. And new point is ace. So we're going to take that $18 off of the 8. We're going to put 15 onto the 9. So we have 136 brought back to the rack, 108 on the table. So we can start pressing up now once we get another hit here. Still 3 people in Crapsee. We have 14 people watching on YouTube. 3, 2, 3, 6. Last one was a primary hit. Dice out. Dice crossed after he landed, but we have a 5, 4, 9, the Big Mac hard 9 again. So 9 is starting to become a hot number with this Yuri grip style. And we had, the last time we had a primary, now we have a single pitch. So we went from primary to secondary, which is sticking with our V set. So 3236 is what we're going to stick with. 5454 for Crapsee, 549 for Crapsee. And that means that we're going to be able to press that 9 and that 5 up to $25 each. Crapsee's a touch slow for me on here. Let's see if we can change that mode. I'm not sure how to do that. We're just going to leave it. I don't want to mess with it at all. But I know you could change the mode on her to make it a turbo. But we're going to stick with the way it is right now. So we have $25 on the 5 and 9. We pressed that up. We're going to stick with the 3236. Jeff is going to go and cut grass. He said he jinxed me. Actually, I jinxed myself because of the, I was using my par style grip, and we went back to our Uri grip, and we're doing much better here. So I'm not worried about the jinxing part of it, Jeff, but thank you. So let's go all bet set. So Navaldo does not want anybody to click the like button for me, so that's fine. That's your choice, buddy. 3236, dice out. And a dice cross after you landed, we have a 3, 2, 5, no field 5. So that is going to be a single pitch. So I believe the last one was a single pitch. So we have 2 single pitches, which is secondaries. So we're sticking with that V set. So 3, 2, 5. And that's going to allow us to go to $35 on the 5 and 9. And I'm going to go to turbo mode. Thank you, Jeff. So hopefully that'll make it a little bit faster here. I think you meant don't forget also, Frida. I'm just giving them a little bit of the berries there. So so we have a single pitch on both of them. Again, we're going to go to a V set. We're sticking with our V set. So just giving the berries out a little bit. 3, 2, 3, 6. But in all seriously, guys, if you guys think I deserve a thumbs up, great. If you don't think so, that's totally cool with me as well. We're going to go all bet set. And it goes for not only my channel, it goes for all the channels that you guys are watching. If you like their content, make sure you give the thumbs up to them. If you like them or you haven't subscribed to them, make sure you subscribe to them. That's the only way we're going to be able to get our messages out here. 3, 2, 3, 6, dice out. And we have a 6, 4, 10. That would be Waylon's best friend weighing at end. Daddy Joe, and it's 1 dice off axis. So we went from a single pitch to 1 dice off axis, so a secondary to 1 dice off axis. We're still going to the hard way set next. So we'll enter in 6, 4 for Crapsee. So hopefully you guys can see the difference between my par style throw, which is the first 4 shooters. Now we're on our Uri style grip, and I'm feeling much more comfortable and doing much better. And that's going to allow us to go to $25 on that 10, and we'll make that a buy bet. And the only reason I feel more comfortable with this Uri style grip, guys, is because this is what I've been practicing all along. This is what I've been practicing for almost every belt level up through to the brown belt here. And again, I'm trying to make sure that I do everything comfortable for my trip for next week. So I'm going to be going down on a Monday, coming back either Thursday or Friday, depending on how the bankroll goes. My bankroll is going to be limited. I have it separated out into days. I will be going with a $400 bankroll on the Monday because I don't expect to be doing as many sessions. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'll have a $850 bankroll for each of the days. And then for Friday, I'm only going to be doing a partial day, so I'll have another $400 bankroll for that. And whatever I make that day is going to go in an envelope. I'm going to seal it up so we can bring it back home and hopefully realize a profit at the end of the trip. So all bets set here. We have a 545 for hardware set. Last one was a 1 dice off axis. So we got hardware here and dice out. And we got a 617 or 167. So 7 out. And that was a both dice off axis there with our hardware set. So let's bring the dice back here. We'll enter it into Crapsee. And we're going to go one more shooter here, guys, today. We'll keep on going with the Yuri style grip. And we made a profit of $61 on that last shooter. Funny, Jeff, Viv. Guys, I forgot to mention, I was going to talk about yesterday's shows and that Jeff went live with his midday Atlantic Craps show. If you guys did not check out Big AZ's show last night, he had 222 people watching him during his premiere last night at his peak. It is just an amazing amount of people watching. And he was showing the longest recorded throw or shooting at the craps table and anywhere on YouTube. Basically, you guys gotta watch out. It was Rich who's throwing the dice. Really good show. Make sure you check that out. Alfredo went live last night. He did his normal Crapsee play along type setup. I saw that Ed from Roll the Wind put a video out yesterday. So Craig put out his exercising video also. So make sure you check out all these other channels and that. This will be our last shooter for the day, $25 pass line bet. We're going to go $5 craps check. We're going to go 555 on the ATS. And for the rest of the I do not believe that Rich has a channel. I believe he's just part of the the Blue Wrench crew, which is the club that Big AZ has out. So we're going to stick with the 3236 dice set for the rest of the throws. We're going to stick with the Yuri grip so we can get some throws in here. We only have 24 in so far. Let's see if we can get some decent throws in, and we're just going to stick with the same dice set from here on out for today. Dice crossed at the end, but we have a 5, 4, 9. That would be the Big Mac hard 9. So 9 will be our point for this shooter. And we'll enter that in a Crapsee. We'll go to 220 across. We forgot to do the all bets set here, so let's enter that in really quick. Hopefully you guys are being honest, or hopefully there's enough of a delay on YouTube that we can get through with it. So we're going to go 220 inside. Bet level, this could be 50 on the 5, 60 on the 6 and 8. We're going to go 35 on the pass line odds. And again, 3236. We're sticking with the 3V dice set for this shooter only. And all bets set. So recently, the 3V dice set has been my strong dice set when throwing with my normal style. I've been usually getting some pretty decent rolls out of it. We have a 1-5 mixer, Chris from Sideshow Gamble. So 1-5. And that one, if you guys watched the dice when they landed, they just kind of sat there. They barely bounced up. They barely did anything. They just kind of sat. They actually kind of spun a little bit when they landed down there. So the 5, that was a 6. So we're going to be able to bring our bets down to 154 inside bet level. So that's going to be $35 on the 5. It's going to be 42 on the 6 and 8. We're going to go $15 in pass line odds. 3236. So hopefully you guys get your bets in faster. We're going to be going faster now that we're not switching screens back and forth to see what our next shot will be. And we'll go all bet set. Dice out. And we got a 6-4-10. Waylon's best friend on that end. Daddy Joe. So 6-4. That does nothing for our box number bets. That does pick up an ATS number though. Good morning, CRC. So we're going to go again, 3236. And we're going to go all bet set. And dice out. Dice cross after the landing, guys, and it is a short roll. So that's going to bring our rolling to end for the day. 167. Enter that in on Crapsee. So not as successful as we have been the last couple of days, but this is only one day of many that are to come. We had ended up with one decent shooter for the day. So we actually went through 6 shooters today. Box numbers, inside numbers were about expected. Our 4s and 10s are a little bit high. Come out 7s are non-existent. Horns are low today. Fields are a little bit above expected. No hard ways. Definitely on a dark side play today. We had one roll that was 10. The rest of them were below average. Our strong numbers today were the 5, the 7, and the 10, and the 9 was not far behind. We had an SOR of a miserable 4.7. We had an SRR of a miserable 4.7. Hey, that's the way it's going to be. Corey goes roll better next week. I definitely will be rolling better next week. Today was an off day, I will say that. If you have been watching the last few days, I've had some very good rolls. But anyhow, guys, thanks for showing up for the Level Up program today. Good morning, Eddie. Good morning. You came in right at the last second, right before we're ready to end the show. But guys, I'll be back tomorrow. So hopefully you guys do join me again. My name is Joe, and this is my Craps Master Dice Shooting Journey. Let's make it yours too. Have a great day, everyone.